I'm calling in the creator to the CEO who crave creating community and cash to create it like a boss. With me, Katrina Julia, as your host, multi-passionate entrepreneur, creator, and CEO who has walked from fear to faith, self-hate to love, corporate to calling, and continues to, with experience in 7+ industries, 7,000+ creators and startups, to creators to Fortune 500 brands, including Google, NBC, Victoria's Secret, and more. If you are ready to create it like never before in faith, wellness, wealth, marketing, business, travel, and more, this is the show for you. If this is your time to have freedom in all forms as you create it like a boss, let's create it. Ten things I am grateful for in 2023. That includes you. And when you listen to this episode, I would love for you to not only think of your top 10, but also to share them with me, whether it is via the responses in Spotify that you can see, and or whether that is sharing them on your social media and tagging me at Katrina Julia Fit, at Fit Life Creation, so that I can reshare them, so that we start a snowball of gratitude, a trajectory, or a viral storytelling, viral storytelling of gratitude. So I hope this finds you well. I hope you are reflecting on all the things that went right and are going right in 2023. It's so easy to focus on what's not going right and to give that all the power rather than redirecting our minds, redirecting our negative bias towards all the things that are going right. And what's really interesting is as I'm recording this episode, I am spending time with my parents in Varna, Bulgaria. And speaking of gratitude and speaking of just the irony sometimes of life, is so I left Atlanta to not spend a winter in Atlanta. And I thought initially I was going to be in Mexico or somewhere warm. And then even when I decided to come visit my family in Europe and in Varna, I thought it was going to be a lot warmer here. And you guys, I get cold so easily. And I'm literally sitting under covers in a robe right now. And there's some challenges after a storm and the winter with electricity. So I'm literally sitting here in the dark, bundled up in a robe. And I have been focusing and channeling all day and even yesterday to be like, okay, what can I be grateful for right now? And how is this an experience? And how is this redirecting my focus to simply celebrate being? So I wanted to share that right off the top in case you thought for a second me recording this episode is perfect. No, not by any stretch of the imagination. And I'm holding my lavalier mic in my fingers, and one of my hands is literally tucked under the comforter. So, with that, let's go into my 10 things that I am grateful for. And they're all really, really big because even though I narrowed them down to 10, there's a ton within every single one. So, number one is God. I am so grateful, immensely grateful for the strength and the guidance I have received throughout the year, because as I shared, a lot of things have gone incredibly well, but at the same time, some things haven't. And it's been my faith that has sustained me and helped focus me. And I always wear a necklace around my neck that is a dumbbell. And many times it's a great conversation starter because people notice that it's a dumbbell and they're like, oh, that's so cute. At the same time, it's really, really intentional, not only to share with others, but also for myself as a reminder that it has scripture on it. Philippians 4:13, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And I want to give a shout out, hashtag not sponsored, to Shields of Strength. And Kenny, the founder, has an incredible testimony. You can find them at Shields of Strength on Instagram, and how he grew the dog tags for those in the military, and then jewelry, both necklaces, rings, bracelets, everything over the last several years. And I also have a bracelet that I always wear on my left wrist that also has the same verse on it. So, number 2, health. This year, I've continued to make my well being and self love and self care a priority. I've continued to transform my body, decreasing body fat further. As of this recording, I've already completed over 22,000 minutes on the Peloton app. That oftentimes does not include some walks or some things that I do. So it's even more. And I'm super grateful. Actually, the last month I've been working out consistently at Max Fit Gym in Varna. And it's been really, really, really nice to have a consistent gym again. Since that hasn't been the case since at least August or September. And I've had over 9 this month alone, over 9 added active days, not to mention 5, 6 days a week, consistent workouts with weights. So that's been amazing. Number 3, Herbalife in Atlanta and beyond. I'm so grateful, speaking of health, to be able to have and represent Herbalife with me in over 95 different countries. If you didn't know, I lost over 55 plus pounds 8 years ago and have kept the weight off. In addition, I chose to be sober in 2015 as well, and I've continued that lifestyle. I spent my birthday this year, October 7th, in Canada at a Herbalife Leadership Development Weekend, immersed in a healthy and happy, active community, dancing the night away at our Herbalife party that night. So that was amazing. Disclaimer: the average person who uses Herbalife loses a half a pound to a pound a week with a healthy, active lifestyle. Number 4, so January through March of 2023, I 10x'd my income compared to the year before, which was an unexpected blessing, an increase in income that exceeded my expectations and showed me and shared with me that it is possible for me to create a life and business I love. And regardless of what has happened afterwards, that experience, and then also continuing no matter what has been happening, to stay grounded, to stay faithful, to stay positive, to stay aligned, to stay disciplined, has been such an exercise in humility and in stability. And side note, I also got to work with Google this year, and I was referred through another influencer marketing platform on a incredible 4-figure project, and hopefully that leads to more soon. Speaking of, number 5, increased purpose and priorities. So, discovering and aligning my purpose has brought such clarity and focus to every aspect of my life. And this year, my phrase, if you didn't listen to this episode, the beginning of 2023, I invite you to do so. My phrase for the year is I am divinely disciplined. And when I say that phrase, has been so telling, because in the midst of circumstances that have not been easy, I have continuously chose to get back up and choose to be and embody and do things that are aligned. So, in some moments, that meant being, regardless of maybe what was happening externally. In some situations, no different than today, that embodied still choosing to show up, for me and for you, and setting priorities that are aligned to increase embodying who I desire to be, to increase aligning with the community and business I love, to increase intentionality, to increase fulfillment, and so much more, regardless of what is happening externally. That I have come to realize more and more and more, it truly is an internal state. It truly is an internal game, because sometimes, yes, oftentimes, as we grow, develop, co-create, the external and the internal match. But sometimes they don't, for a number of reasons. And it is a chance to exercise growth within, and to know that truly the only stability is within. Number 6 is aligned actions with business. So that continues to domino, so to speak, in a great way. So from A to Z, my business journey has been filled and my life journey has been filled with lessons and growth. Aligning my actions and my aligned actions to dreams and desires has absolutely led to incredible connections, incredible creation, and incredible progress. Like, for example, I just hosted a masterclass on creators and CEOs launch like a boss. And then I have increasing master classes that I am listing on Eventbrite that like one is that's coming up is 7 ways to make 7K in 7 days that align to my online courses like Create It. And side note, I am running an incredible promo on that class for Cyber Monday and Giving Tuesday. So definitely check that out in the link in the show notes. Some other aligned actions includes co-creating and sharing what I've been sharing on previous episodes before this recently and in the next one coming up on the Bali blowout, and choosing to co-create and choosing to take aligned and inspired action and choosing to stand in the stability of it's happening. I don't know how or where the women are coming from or where they're coming from, but to choose and stand firm in that faith, and no matter what, to trust like everything is happening for me, and to increase self accountability and accountability all around me through one, asking, okay, what other aligned action can I take? Two, what other accountability or community can I align to increase my growth? Right. So I recently joined and invested in a monthly program with Ignite with Reagan Hillier, and did an incredible challenge on activating abundance the last several days, actually 2 challenges last week. Speaking of, number 7, increased online community. So this is twofold. One, through my show, my media, my freebies, and online courses, I have had the opportunity to create with a diverse and incredible community like you, and grateful for the community, grateful for friendships, grateful for learning, and grateful to be a part of online communities like B School, that I've now been a part of that community for over a year, like Social Curators that I've been part of for over a year now, like Brendan Bouchard's Growth Day community and his prior communities as well for 5, 7+ years. Number 8, helping my friend Silvana. So being able to lend a helping hand to my dear friend Silvana that I was able to help in June and July was an incredible blessing, along with puppy sitting her 2 adorable dogs, Cooper and Tucker, that so blessed me. Number 9, travels and adventures. I am so grateful for the unforgettable experiences this year in Mexico, in Canada, including my special birthday with the Herbalife community, Nice, France last month, and Bulgaria with my parents right now. And a lot of that is also, growth in new and expected and unexpected ways, and countless adventures and memories made all year. Like, if you didn't check out my blog or my show on swimming with turtles or swimming in million-year-old caves, I definitely invite you to check those out. I will have a top 10 blog post coming up on Sofia, Bulgaria. And then last but definitely not least, you. I am so grateful for you, dear listener, friend, community co-creator, creator, and CEO, for being here and taking the time to tune into this show. Your community, your connection, your creations mean the world to me. I would love to hear what you are grateful for. If you're subscribed to my email list, definitely hit reply to this email and share your thoughts and reflections with me. Who knows, I might shout you out on the show. Speaking of, leave a review on the show and drop your IG handle. Tag me If you share what you're grateful for on social, tag me and tag me on stories so I can reshare. And as always, friends, remember, create, transform, and inspire because you are born to. I'm wishing you such an incredible day today and every day filled with gratitude, faith, hope, and love. And from my heart to yours, may you reflect and remember gratitude every day, not just on the Thanksgiving holiday. Bali New Year, New You retreats for women. It's the Bali Blowout Black Friday. This is your last chance to raise your hand and your heart for the Black Friday Bali Blowout for our New Year, New You retreat for December 31st through January 7th. And I deeply desire to have an intentional community with like-minded women. And that's why I'm offering a Black Friday Bali New Year, New You blowout with Refer a Friend. Get 50% off your retreat and or refer 3 friends and get your retreat free. If you're raising your hand in your heart to qualify for the Bali blowout, you and your friends must complete the online assessment, the creator call, and pay in full before Black Friday ends at midnight Eastern Standard Time. You can find everything you need at the link in the show notes for the Bali blowout and at www.fitlifecreation.com/retreats. I can't wait to create it. Speaking of Bali and blowouts, are you part of a brand that is looking to have incredible content done by the sun and the sea? Are you thinking about your UGC user generated content needs for 2023 and 2024 and beyond? If you would love to connect and create it with me, definitely check out some insights and examples at www.bit.ly/create it like a boss. And or if you're interested, email content done for me to info@fitlifecreation.com and we will be in touch to create it. All the chats on faith, wellness, money, marketing, business, and travel so you create a life and business haven't already. Head on over to the blog, the podcast, and the freebies to jumpstart your transformation. If you're ready to dive into the online courses, the live events, or the retreat, and if you want to create with our community on an even deeper level, definitely check out our internships, our influencer collaborations, management, and brand engagement. Let's create it.